Hello and welcome to this video where I'll be walking the coastal path from Dawlish down to Teignmouth, and much of the path runs alongside the Great Western Railway. When I was in this area last year, I walked the section between Dawlish Warren and Dawlish. It's a spectacular stretch of railway, takes a lot of maintenance though, and it was built by Isambard Kingdom Brunel back in the 1840s, and the section between Dawlish and Teignmouth was especially challenging because they had to cut 5 tunnels through the rock. In his book, The Kingdom by the Sea, the American travel writer Paul Farrox wrote that the train on the rocky shore rolling through the storm was one of the most beautiful sights in the world. Thanks to all of the photographs that regularly appear in railway books and magazines, Dawlish Station looks familiar even if you've never passed this way before. Along the promenade which tops the sea wall, there are some people who barely glance at the passing trains, unless that is, one of them happens to be a railway enthusiast. During the late evening of Tuesday the 4th of February 2014, a storm surge breached the sea wall, carrying the railway at Dawlish just up the track from the station here, leaving 80 metres of track hanging in mid-air. Well, it's over 10 years later, and this cross-country super voyager is passing the part of the seawall that was breached that night. The railway to the west of Dawlish was closed for 8 weeks whilst repairs were carried out, in fact a total of 50 days, and towns such as Newton Abbot, Totnes, the English Riviera, the city of Plymouth and the whole of Cornwall were cut off from the UK rail network. And the cost to the economy of Devon in Cornwall is estimated to have been £1.2 billion, and the city of Plymouth alone was estimated to have lost £600,000 for every day that the railway was closed. In the years that followed the reinstatement of the railway, work was also undertaken to construct a new seawall and promenade which stretched for 360 metres along Marine Parade, and the wall had a curved top which was designed to return the waves back to sea, reducing the risk of flooding on the railway. The seawall is 2.5 metres higher than the original seawall that was built in 1836 and features a wider public promenade with seating and lighting and a new railway boundary wall. Meanwhile, the cross-country super voyager that we saw earlier is approaching the 109-metre-long rockfall shelter that was built at the northern end of Parsons Tunnel near Holcombe to protect the line from falling rocks. Behind me is the entrance to Kennaway Tunnel, and it's the first of the 5 tunnels constructed by Isambard Kingdom Brunel between Dawlish and Teignmouth. climbed up above Kennaway Tunnel and you get a really good view of the railway from here. I've just climbed up to Lea Mount Gardens high above Dawlish, and what a spectacular view from here. Just look at this. As well as this panoramic view across the railway from this high point on the red sandstone cliffs, it's possible to see a great extent of the Devon and Dorset Jurassic Coast World Heritage Site. Thomas Lee had originally bought the land here, and he gave the cliff park to the town, which named it after him. Kennaway Tunnel was named after Mark Kennaway, who was a local solicitor, and he dealt with the land acquisitions for the building of the South Devon Railway. I'm going to continue my walk along the coastal path towards Teignmouth by walking to the top of Lea Mount and joining the main road for about 100 metres until I reach a stile on the left which will take me to the coastal path and Smugglers Stream. I've just stopped here on this footbridge crossing Smugglers Stream, and you can see the effects of coastal erosion from here because there are two rocks just over to my left which originally would have been the headland, but due to the effects of coastal erosion a lot of it has now been washed away, and the two rocks are all that remains of the original headland. You get a good view of the original headland from here and the two rocks that I just mentioned, and this cross-country Voyager is in the background. Beyond Lea Mount is Corriton Beach, and there are 3 tunnels in this section of the line, starting with Corriton Tunnel, which is 227 yards long. And then there are 2 smaller tunnels, starting with Fillet Tunnel, which is 49 yards long, and Clerk's Tunnel, which is 58 yards long. These last 2 tunnels are named after the Parson and Clerk Rocks, which are these 2 stacks in the sea off Hole Head. This is Smugglers Cove, and behind me is the tunnel that's closest to Teignmouth. It's Parsons Tunnel. Well, I've nearly reached the end of my journey, and Teignmouth is just behind me as this Great Western Railway train to Exmouth is just passing. It's been a beautiful walk, this, about a mile and a half or so along this stretch of the Great Western Railway. It's been a glorious day. I've seen lots of trains today and spoke to a lot of really nice people who are enjoying this summer weather. I think we're really lucky in this country because there are many beautiful stretches of railway, but I guess this route has always had extra special meaning for me because my roots are very much from this part of the world. It's lovely to hear the sound of the waves, and as I continue my walk along the seawall, I couldn't help but reflect on the way that Brunel engineered this line, because it was designed originally for atmospheric propulsion of trains, although this scheme was abandoned a little after 12 months before steam locomotives took their place. Walking along here, you can really appreciate just how challenging and also costly it is to look after this stretch of the railway, and there's been frequent damage over the years both to the track at Dawlish and also here on the way into Teignmouth due to the sea washing away ballast from the railway during winter storms. Added to that, over the years there's been a lot of work to stabilise the cliff faces to prevent rocks and soil from falling down onto the railway. Well, I've reached Teignmouth, and that's the end of my journey today. Teignmouth Pier is just behind me, and I'm going to head across now to the railway station to get my train back to St Germans. The weather has been glorious, and I've seen a very good variety of trains, including a Class 57, which I was really pleased about. If you would like to see more videos from Devon and Cornwall, check out the playlist section on my YouTube channel. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed filming it. Until the next time, from me, Stephen Bennett, take care now. Bye bye.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us. If we just hold on tight, this vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. boat and we